Most gurus out there are only showing you the highlight reels of entrepreneurship. But after working with multi-millionaires directly and making people multi-millionaires, I've realized that there are a few dark truths in business that nobody talks about. Not like motivational, feel-good advice or anything that's glamorous looking. But I've seen that those are exactly the ones that separate the people and the coaches and the businesses that win from those who just burn out and quit in 2 years. After helping my coaching clients make $17 million online, I've seen some pretty dark stuff. I've seen my friends lose businesses overnight, and I've seen a lot of famous gurus get called out on Reddit, get called out on Twitter, and they can literally never recover. So these are the 4 dark truths I've been taught directly from multimillionaires. And honestly, they've changed how I see business forever, and they've changed how I teach my clients on how to grow their businesses as well. Number 1 is that you actually don't know what hard work looks like. Most of you actually don't know this, but I actually play professional football or soccer for you Americans in Brazil. And I'm the first one to admit it was extremely short-lived. I did sign a professional contract and I played with them for about maybe 3 months, if anything. I didn't make it far. Like I didn't. The reason being is because I was playing with kids that literally had to play to put food on their plate. When I was playing just because I liked it, I was having fun. And in business, it's the same thing. I've worked with my mentors who make millions and millions of dollars a year, and I've truly seen behind the scenes how much hard work they put in day in and day out. It's impressive. You think you're working hard, you think you're doing the things you need to do in order to become successful, but after literally helping and seeing 800 coaching offers and 800 coaching businesses, I can tell you it's less than 1% of those that actually put the work in. And it's not just being busy, and it's not just pretending like you have a lot of calls on your calendar and you're doing all these little cute color-coded agendas to make sure that, you know, everything's put into your bullet journal, whatever it is. It's not about being busy. It's about knowing exactly what you have to work on and doing nothing else but those things. I've seen how my mentors record 3 to 5 YouTube videos a day, and then they work with their clients, and then they record new ads, and then they do content, and then they have a team. And they manage as much work in a day than 99% of people don't get even done in a week or even months. And it's really sad because, yes, you have to work hard. Honestly, not even 95% of coaches out there or online businesses out there really understand what it takes. And the perspective shift here that I want you to take home is essentially this. You right now have a monetary goal written down somewhere. I do at least. And that goal is essentially a place you've never been before. Let's just say you're trying to get to $100,000 a month. And right now you're making 20, you're making 10, you're making 30, whatever. You've never been to 100K months. And if you keep doing the same work that you've been doing to get you to 20K, to get you to 10K, whatever, you're insane. You're not going to get there. The same things that got you to where you are right now are not the same things that are going to get you to the next level. This comes with 2 things. 1, it's awareness on the things that you actually need to do. And 2 is relentless action. It's modeling the behaviors of people who are 50,000 lives ahead of you. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, your mentors. My mentors are people that I respect deeply, and proximity to people like them gets me to wake up and understand that I need to work harder, and you probably need to work harder too. So the number 1 truth is not like, yeah, you have to work harder. That's so stupid. It's just, I just need you to wake up and understand that hard work, it's something you've probably never done before correctly. You think it's reading more books. I'm just pointing out my books. You think it's reading more books. You think it's watching all of Hormoz's videos. You think it's all about buying Hormoz's books and reading those books. You're literally on a hamster wheel of free information. You need to execute on the right things that are gonna get you to the next level. And you've never experienced that before if you're not where you want to be. I'm not where I want to be right now. As far as when it comes to finances, my business, I'm growing this. I'm the first one to admit I need to work harder on the things that are going to move the needle forward. And that's something I ingrain in my clients every single day. That sometimes it's hard for other normies to understand. You have to work hard, but you have to understand how hard work looks, because if not, you're always going to be in this hamster wheel of busy work that doesn't get you anywhere. Number 2 is your offer will die in public if you can't deliver in private. Listen, I've seen this head on with close friends of mine, with people I know, that sometimes they let the foot off the gas when it comes to client acquisition and client operations. They get called out, and it's tough. The market doesn't stay quiet. When you overpromise and you underdeliver, it shows up in Twitter threads, in Reddit, YouTube videos, Instagram posts, TikTok posts, screenshots in Discord groups. You're going to get called out. You have to understand that every churned client isn't that they just churned, it's fine. And it's not like it's just lost revenue. If it was bad and if the expectations weren't met, it's a potential for humiliation. This is why I'm so head on with the fact that client retention and client satisfaction, sometimes it's greater than or even more important than client acquisition. Because if you can deliver more ads, more client acquisition strategies, more fake scholarships, it's just going to accelerate the rate at which you're going to get more bad reputation everywhere else. All of this like fake scarcity, fake scholarships, fake cash grab funnels might buy you a few weeks here and there, but in the grand scheme of things, you're literally just building a business on a foundation that's just going to crumble underneath you. And it's going to suck if you don't wake up and understand that client retention, client operation is extremely important. And no, it's not sexy, but it's extremely important. Not only because it's going to save you from bad reputation, but you can actually be extremely profitable without having to acquire new clients, all with just having really smooth client operations. You have to understand that reputation is a time bomb, and the only thing that can save you here is extremely good client operation. Number 3 is you're not failing because you're stupid, you're failing because you're a drifter. I got this concept from a book called Outwitting the Devil. In this book, the devil calls people who are away from their calling drifters, because you're drifting away from your life's purpose. So right now you're probably a coach. You either are a fitness coach, finance coach, relationship, whatever it is that you're doing, relationship coach, whatever. Your call on earth is to improve the lives of those people, if that's what you love to. Anything that takes you away from that purpose and fulfilling God's purpose for you in this life is forcing you to drift away from that vision. So it's not because you're stupid, it's because you're drifting. Like I said, you know that knowledge, sometimes it's not going to be your bottleneck. It's the lack of execution that's going to kill you. It's the expanded version of shiny object syndrome, but it's understanding it in a way that it's not just shiny object syndrome into like pivoting into a new business. It's all the micro decisions you go throughout the day that makes you drift away from the things that truly matter. The devil's tool is making you not focus. That's it. The devil doesn't want you to break. It wants you to keep wondering. It wants you to keep straying away. Most businesses don't kill their business from lack of knowledge, but literally by death by distraction, literally. Sometimes drifting looks like busy work. Like I said, going on YouTube, watching all these videos, it's busy work. But in reality, all this is just avoidance. You're avoiding to do the hard work. You're avoiding to do the hard work that I spoke about in point number 1. You're failing because you're drifting. And number 4, this might be obvious, but I'm going to share a perspective on this that really changed everything for me. Overthinking will keep you broke. I've seen people way dumber than you make way much more money. And I don't know about you, but it pisses me off when I'm on Instagram and I see all these wins on all this, whatever. This might be like a bad example. And I see businesses that don't have half the wins that I have, for example, but making more, being more successful. And yeah, this might be a toxic game of comparison, but at the end of the day, it's like, I just want to help more people. I want to help more coaches. I want to help more businesses. Truly, I want to do that. And unfortunately, the measure of success to that is how many clients I can impact, how many clients I can have, how many clients I can onboard. And if you're anything like me, it should piss you off that you're not where you want to be. It should make you really mad that you're wasting your potential. It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. Here's the funny part. So intelligence creates this like tension. The smarter you are, the more scenarios you calculate, the more things you think about. If I do this headline, if I do this piece of content, if I do a reel versus a carousel, if I do this on my funnel, if I do a school funnel, like the smarter you are, the more possibilities you have to play with things. But again, the more you hesitate. It's the paradox of choice. And honestly, all that thinking kills your momentum. It really does. And it's like this reality of like winners aren't always the smartest people, but winners are the people who just take action. Literally, it's this balance in between. You have to know that you have to be good at what you do, but you can't be so smart about the micro decisions that you have to make, because that's just going to stop you from rolling and from going forward. You kind of just have to be kind of half stupid into just wanting to do things and do things without overthinking shit. You can't be reckless, but you can't have knowledge cage you into this fake prison of I have to do things perfectly, I have to do things this way because this is how I started, whatever it is. Again, you should be mad about the fact that there's people dumber than you making way more money, helping more people. And it's simply because these people move. These people don't think about, they just make shit happen. Again, don't be reckless, but don't let knowledge paralyze you. And this is why overthinking is going to keep you broke. In this market, in this era of abundance of information, abundance of AI, YouTube videos, TikTok videos, whatever it is, there's a lot of information out there. And it's people who move first, who make the most amount of money and are just more successful. I have a really great client of mine who, every time we meet, I meet with my clients every week, one-on-one. And every time I meet with him, I tell him, maybe we're talking about a new funnel and I don't have the time to explain the full funnel. And he just takes 30% of what I said and he just runs with it. And the next time we meet or a couple days later, he sends me a Loom video. He just went with it. Hey, I took whatever you said and I created this and I just launched it. How do you think it's went so far? That's the kind of people that win. And that's why he's making 100K plus a month, literally month after month. Because you have to know that you don't need 100% of knowledge to take 100% of action. You can have 30% of knowledge, 100% of action. Again, this goes to point number one, hard work. You have to know what to work on and you have to be relentless on how you spend your time. And how you spend your time right now. If you're a coach, the most important thing you have to do right now, stop focusing on everything else that's out there and focus on the things that truly matter to grow your business, which is essentially just 3 things. You have to know how to generate attention. You have to know how to monetize this attention, and you have to know how to fulfill with your clients. You have to know it doesn't matter if you can sell. It doesn't matter if you can make every video viral and get 1 million subscribers, whatever leads. At the end of the day, if you can't fulfill your clients, you're gonna be digging your own grave. You're gonna have a very short-lived business life. At the end of the day, you have to be an ethical business owner that can actually give people results. And I know how sexy it is, how shiny it is, all the different techniques and tactics to go viral, to get more clients, shout out funnels, school funnels, lead gen, whatever, all these things, they all work. All my clients are doing some different sort of acquisition tactics or strategies. They're all doing something different. I have clients doing in-person webinars or master classes. I have a client setting low ticket funnels, high ticket to ascension. I have a client doing school funnels. I have clients doing master classes, everything. I've deployed all of these different strategies with my clients because every business is different. Every business will have something work for them differently. But at the end of the day, what matters is going to be, can you fulfill on the promise that you so much speak about in your content? Yes or no? If yes, more power to you. Let's go, let's rock. But right now, you have to understand that client operations, client fulfillment is going to be the lifeblood of your business. So right now on the screen, there's a video, there's a playlist. Click on that because right there, I'm going to show you how to make sure you have good client operations in your business so you don't get called a scam and so that you don't become the next Twitter sensation of everyone saying this person doesn't know what they're doing and they scam me out of the money. So click on this playlist or this video. I'll see you on the next one.